So thanks for attending today. It's the first webinar to talk about the new release of Gespage. So actually in 2 days' time, we are going to release the version 9.1. So this is quite exciting for us, and we are keen to share with you some information before the public launch. So let's dive into this presentation. So very quickly, I'm just going to introduce myself because some people in the audience don't know me yet. So my name is Christophe. I'm the successor of Alain, who you can see on the picture is now retired. And I'm in charge of the international sales. That's why I'm organizing this webinar today, and the marketing team as well for Cartadis. So the agenda for the day, we've got a few points. The webinar is quite short, so we'll try to go quickly to those points and to keep track of time. So I've just done the introduction. I'm going to talk about the content of this webinar that you can see already on the screen. We are going to talk about the release 9.1 in Surface. So I give a snapshot of what's part of this build. Then we are going to dive into the new features. So one by one, we are going to explain what these features are about, what kind of value added they are going to bring to Gespage and to you as a reseller and for your customers. And then we are going to talk about the launch process and all the resources that we make available for you. And at the end of the time, the presentation in 23 minutes, we are going to take some time to ask some questions, so that will be the opportunity to unlock your microphone and your video and ask your question directly. So just some housekeeping stuff before we start. So as I said, the webinar is super short. It's 30 minutes because we didn't want to take too much time of your bandwidth. So as you can see, the webcam and microphone are off. You've got a Q&A section available in the interface where you can ask your question. They will enter into a queue. And Guillaume, who is online with me on the call, and as the technical cap, can probably answer some of those questions. And if some of them are not addressed during the meeting, we'll take some time to discuss at the end and try to see if we can give you the answers. I'll probably also send you some polls during the webinar, so we can get some feedback and try to also increase the interactivity during the webinar, because for this part, at least, the interaction is not yet possible directly with the webinar, the video. So the webinar is recorded, so we'll keep it, we'll share it with you so you can replay or share with your colleagues and spread the knowledge about the release of 9.1. So it's time to explore the new release. So let's talk about Gespage 9.1. So this new feature is going to bring 4 key points. The first one, we are going to launch the new Gespage mobile app. So it was a long due. This application was done quite a long time ago, and we had to refresh it to ensure that all the end users who are currently use mobile devices have access to a fresh and intuitive interface. Then we also work on the platform, the Epson platform, to develop a new user interface. So we are going to talk about this. We've got something big as well. That is the enhancement of the multi-brand support. You know, Gespage is a multi-brand vendor agnostic solution, and we are going to add up to 40 new devices compatible with Gespage. So that's quite a major feature. And then the last one, which is a differentiator of Gespage as well, is the Linux support update. So Gespage has been for a long time already available on Linux. What we've done is we've updated pretty much everything to make sure that it's compliant with the latest version of some Linux distributions. All right, so let's have a look at the new Gespage mobile application. First, it's an access that is simple, secure, and also gives some eco-friendly information about document management from smartphone and tablets, wherever end users are. So we've got 4 key points to explain all these new features present in the Gespage mobile app. Gespage on the go. So Gespage on the go, what it is exactly is the application available on iOS and Android. So whether you're on a smartphone or a tablet, the application enables you to manage user accounts, to initiate or modify print jobs. So you can submit your jobs, you can modify them directly from the mobile application, and end users also have a complete history of their credits and transaction. So it's definitely some of the functionality that we've got in Gespage that have been moved on mobile. We've got also the possibility now to enable a fastest access and simplified access on the devices. So the new design of the application allows to, for example, select some printers and put them as favorite. And you can also authenticate with the smartphone through QR codes directly on the MFP to release the pre-jobs. So it provides a quick access to get the job release or access the printers. Scanning is also part of the mobile app. So it's both easy printing and scanning. So with the application, you can do multiple type of things. So you can import files from your smartphone, whether they are photos or files stored on the mobile. You can scan as well paper documents. So if people need to digitize a document that has been printed already, they've got the possibility with the scan feature of the mobile app to scan the document, adjust, make sure it's perfectly digitized, and generate the output, edit, print it eventually, or share the document with other people. So it's quite convenient to have an office in the pocket, pretty much. Something that is also quite close to our hearts is the eco-responsibility factors. So we've added in the application directly on the home screen some indicators that help end users to be aware of their impact related to their print activities. So they can track with their printing, copy, and scan documents how much trees they've saved, how much water they've saved, if they have a good behavior in terms of usage. So it's quite great to promote this type of feature to make the end users aware. And also that's something that is key. For example, if you are proposing Gespage and your end customer or you've got a tender where those aspects related to eco-responsibility are needed, it's going to tick this box. So as I said, the application is already available on the App Store and Google Play. So you can check, download the application and start to already use it. Something important that I haven't mentioned in the presentation is you need to be connected to the same Wi-Fi as the server because it only works with the closed network. So it doesn't work if you are not connected to the Gespage server, unless the Gespage server has been open to the exterior. All right, so that was the first feature. Now we are going to start with the second one. So the second one is the new Epson UI. So Epson is a brand that is probably increasing in terms of sales volume. And we've got many dealers and distributors who are promoting those devices. They are quite transactional devices, but they are really, really popular. So this new interface, we've got a new look and feel. So it's adjusted to reflect the same design of what we've got on all the other platforms. What we've done basically is to work with Epson on their Epson Open platform to make sure that the application was fully embedded into their devices and was leveraging all the capabilities of the devices. So if we take a look at the embedded, so you can see the screen on the right side with some simple menu for every type of user, the new young users and the old ones who are a bit reluctant to use technology. This simplified menu is really easy to understand. So they've got the three main features of the device, which are print, scanning, and copy. On the home screen, we've got the possibility to authenticate with multiple ways, as we've always done on the other platforms. On Epson, what we are adding now is the possibility to customize the home screen with the logo of the customer. So that's an additional way to customize the interface for the customer. That's something that is always asked. Then that's the print menu. You've got the possibility to select all the jobs in the print queue or multiple jobs. And you can also, for more convenience, modify the print setting directly at the device. So this is new on Epson. We had this feature already on other platform, but now it's available on Epson. For scan and copy, what we've done on this platform is to call the native scan functions. So that's a possibility for the end users to tap into all the features present already on the MFP. So if they want to scan, they can benefit all the scan connectors already of the Epson platform. If they want to copy, they've got all the different options available in the copy menu of this device. We've done a video that is going to be published online, so I'm going to pass this one. You will have a look in replay. And just for the details, so when we said that we've got an expanded compatibility, it's also the support of the new AMC range, which is a range that is actually really promoted by Epson. So there are all the AM devices. They are called LM devices in some other regions. I think probably more for Asia. And the thing that we haven't really mentioned, at least all the models, is the work we've done to enhance the integration of Gespage on all the different devices that Epson have with diverse range of screen sizes. So the smaller devices are now more adapted to fit with the Gespage embedded. So that was the feature number 2. Let's talk about number 3. So we talk about these 40 new MFP models. So those 40 new models are distributed between different brands. So first, HP. So HP is also something that is asked by you directly and customers. So we are now supporting the latest ranges of HP. So Gemstone 2 is the flagship range of HP. You've probably seen those devices with the possibility to customize the panels. So we are now supporting them. The Inventor range is a new range that HP has launched. So there are more smaller devices than the Gemstone 2, but are based on the same platform. We are actually finalizing the completion of the certification on those devices, but the embedded is there and already available to use. A little enhancement that we've done on HP is also to optimize the user access rights for local task management. So for example, if you were canceling a job or if there was something going on with the device, it was a bit difficult to manage this directly because the embedded was taking control of the device and it was not possible to revert and go back into the interface of the MFP. So it's now fixed. On Sharp, we've got the installation of card reader through their secure management and deployment. So that's quite new as well. That's aligned with the Sharp strategy to deploy those devices, so it makes it more secure. We've got also the possibility to clone hardware configuration for fast deployment. So if you want to optimize the speed of deployment on Sharp, this feature gives you the ability to clone one configuration and push it on other devices directly from Gespage. So it's going to accelerate the pace of deployment of Sharp devices. And we support the BP range, which is also a new range of Sharp. So all these new devices are now compatible with Gespage. All right. Next step, Toshiba. So Toshiba, we started with a quick fix with the print release options on certain product lines. That was sometimes a little bit complicated. It's now fixed. We've got the possibility to clone the hardware configuration as well on the Toshiba platform. And now the advanced scanning feature is available on the Sync20 range. So all these new devices are now covered by the advanced scanning feature in the embedded, in terminal. And the last one, Rico. So Rico is also something exciting. So what we've done is that we've accelerated dramatically the pace of deployment of Rico e-terminals through the automation of the push mechanism on the Smart SDK MFPs. So just to explain, before, when you had to push the RICO e-terminal at the device, you had basically to send a technician on site or someone with the ability to access the service mode of the device. So someone was needed locally in front of the device, get a code called the SP code, and write this code on the paper, go in Gespage, link this information to push the embedded, and then push the embedded to publish on the MFP. So it was quite a long process. With Gespage version 9, now the process is fully automated, not only for the SP code, but pretty much for everything. So it's really convenient because it's going to make the deployment a bit more secure and stable. You don't have to send someone on site, and it's going to optimize the deployment time of your teams. So it's quite a great feature as well. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm going quite fast, but I want to make sure we've got the time at the end to answer the questions. So the last one, the support of Linux. So it's going to please all the enthusiasts of open source and flexibility. It's quite also a differentiator for Gespage. So you've got IT team and organizations who are favoring Linux. And now Gespage server is fully compatible with the latest version of Debian. So it was the case already since quite a long time. We were compatible with Linux, but now we are updated. And if your customers have a Debian version 12 or Ubuntu, Linux can be installed with no issues. So this upgrade is going to provide a Gespage server, the Cup Sprint server, and Linux clients with the access of the latest features of Gespage. And it's important because Linux is a solution that is quite popular in some specific verticals. So I put on those slides, for example, of industries where Linux is a key differentiator. So if you speak to a government agency, it's often the case that they use Linux because the cost of the license of Windows is quite expensive, and Linux systems are quite stable. Education as well is quite a fan of Linux, healthcare, and finance. So it's all about flexibility, customization, and stability. All right, so that was quite fast. I know that's a snapshot of all those features. We talk about the mobile app, the new interface for Epson, the enhanced multi-brand support, and the Linux support update, right? Okay, just before I go into the launch process, I'm going to try to ask you some questions if I find the poll, and you should see a pop-up on your screen asking you what you think basically of those new features. So be honest, we want to know, we want to improve, we want to know exactly what you think about those new features. I give you 10 seconds to answer. And just checking with Guillaume. Guillaume, c'est bon, on voit les pop-up?
Oui, oui, super.
Okay. Okay. Sorry for my French. All right. So let's talk about the launch process and the resources, of course. So the public launch is going to be in 2 days, on the 1st of February. So that's the date we've selected to be the official public launch of the version 9.1. So at launch, so on this date, everything will be online, both the technical documents and the marketing/sales collateral. So you'll find the release notes, you'll find features, the manual, the prerequisites, the end customer upgrade procedure if you want to move your customers with an old version to this one, updated e-terminal manuals, and from a marketing and sales collaterals perspective, so this presentation is going to be turned into a PowerPoint presentation for your sales teams. You'll have a new updated product brochure of Gespage, and the brochure of the Epson e-terminal is going to be updated as well. If you want to download the package, it's already there on the support site. So you should find the 9.1 package on the website. It's here, as you can see. both for Windows and Linux. You've got knowledge base and articles in progress, and they should appear for the launch. And something I wanted to mention as well is the fact that we've observed many customers are using today a version that is older than 9.x. So it's a great opportunity for you as a reseller or distributor to recommend your customers to do an update. So it's an opportunity for you to charge the services, but it's also an opportunity for your customers to enhance the security of the solution. It's quite important at this time. And it's also the possibility for them to tap into the latest features of the solution, of course. So if you want to do the update process, if you've got the capabilities, you can do it on your own. Our support team is not far away. You can contact them through the help desk. And if you want to engage Cartadis remote professional services, we can also deliver this installation on your behalf. So that's a chargeable service, but that's something we can also provide. All right. So the launch process and resources. So just to give a quick step back. So today we are the pre-launch webinar. So that's all the things that we are covering today. Tomorrow we are going to send a distribution note. So that's a newsletter that we usually send to you, key partners. And we also have probably follow-ups, on questions you are going to ask. So the next day, it's officially the public launch. So an update will be made of the website for the remaining parts to update. All the public spaces will have the updated resources. And you'll probably see some noise from us on social media. That's an opportunity actually for me to say, please go on social media and try to push, because it's also going to give you some visibility. So feel free to give us some love on the social media. Moving forward, in the next 4 weeks, approximately, what we are going to do from a marketing perspective is to continue to promote this release, probably feature by feature on social media. We are going to engage with you to try to know if you've got everything to promote the application on your own, if you need the marketing collaterals, if you've got any launch activities or training activities planned to make sure that 9.1 is under control on your end. It's also the opportunity to get in touch with your customers, try to see if you can upgrade them, organize to renew the maintenance and support. And also, if you've got the possibility to let us know about potential success stories, that's also great, because that's something that is going to enhance the value added of the marketing collaterals. Probably later during the month, I'll get back to you to try to pick your brain and try to identify what kind of needs you have or insights about the features that you want to have in Gespage to win more. So basically, the idea is that we want to make sure that Gespage is your product and is going to make you succeed in your market. So we are going to get in touch, collect this feedback, try to prioritize, trying to identify what kind of features can make the bigger impact, and try to see with the team how those features can be added to the list of our priorities. Okay, so that was fast, but I'm on time. That's great. So,
well done.
That was a bit fast. Sorry for that. Okay, so Q&A time. If you've got questions that haven't been answered yet, I'm not sure if we've got questions in the queue. I'm just having a look at the Q&A section, if it's loading properly, or the chat. No question yet. So if you've got question, that's probably the opportunity to raise your hand, and I will unmute your video and microphone. Don't be shy. Okay, so Kirsten. Up. All right, you're online, Kirsten. Over to you.
Yeah, yes. Okay.
Hi, Keston. How are you?
Hello, I'm good.
Will there be for the pop-up? Will there also be an MSI package for deployment?
Which type of package? Sorry,
MSI.
Guillaume.
For the Gespage pop-up V9, yes, we can provide this type of installer.
Okay, that would be fine.
Okay, great.
Thanks, Gaston.
Thanks.
Thanks.
I'm going to let Jonas asking his question, or two questions maybe. Jonas, can you speak?
You don't unmute Jonas.
I think he's
You hear me
authorized.
now?
Yes.
Hi, Jonas.
Hi.
We can. Yeah. How are you?
Very well. I have one question, but it's not regarding this. Stratus, how is that? The online version. Is there 9.1 too, or?
Okay. So, all right. So I didn't cover Stratus in the presentation yet because we have planned to launch Stratus officially. So that will be the public launch on April the 1st.
Okay.
So the build, the release is already there. So if you want to access Stratus, we can give you the package. But at the commercial / marketing level and all the collaterals and things that we need to do to make the application successful at the launch, we need some time. So what we are going to do is to work behind the curtains with you. So if you've got any Stratus opportunity, you let us know. We try to engage with you, try to scope the needs. Both Guillaume and I will probably assist actually, and we'll try to start to identify if we can get some wins on Stratus. So it's not going to stop your commercial process. But from the outside, if I'm in the public space, it's not going to be visible before the 1st of April. Okay?
Okay, yes. That's fine.
Okay.
Yep.
So
thank you very much.
Thanks.
Welcome.
I think Goran. Hey, Goran.
Hello.
Hello.
I have a question about the Xerox version with the old one and the new one. In the new one, there is no Xerox version. What is the difference between regarding Xerox? Is there something we miss, or is something that we will take new advantage of, or with a new release?
So we've done some improvement on the Xerox platform recently. So we've got some Xerox devices already compatible. If you want, I can send you the list of those devices which are compatible. And I'll probably try to give you some visibility on the next development of Xerox. So that's the best I can do. I'm not sure if Guillaume, you've got more information on the Xerox side.
No, you're right. We're still working on the version on the new version for Xerox devices. For the V9 Gespage version, there is not a specific version for Xerox, so you can install the Xerox devices on this version 9. The problem that we can have with the Xerox devices, it's on the latest Xerox model that we have some improvement to do regarding the latest firmware version for the Xerox devices. And also on the Gespage V9 version, we don't have the possibility to set some access right restriction on Xerox devices. For example, if you need to don't enable the color access for a certain group of users, you have not the possibility to do it with Gespage V9 with Xerox eTerminal.
Okay, I see. I did install and I installed this version last week at one customer that had a hardware problem on the 827. So I did a new install and it works with the Altalink C8135 and everything. So I think it worked fine when I did the installation last week.
Okay. So what we can propose, maybe, Goran, is to keep you in the loop of our plan for Xerox. So you can also help us and provide some feedback about the developments. And that's something also that I would like to extend to everyone on the call. I think our approach is going to encompass a little bit more your feedback and your collaboration on how we can improve, basically. So the idea is that in the future, we'll probably try to get the build available to you before the public launch. So you can test, you can give us the feedback prior to the public launch. So if there is anything wrong, if there are some enhancements to provide, you'll have the possibility to be vocal about this and try to help us to improve the quality of the builds. So yeah, if you've got any request at the platform level, just let us know and we'll work on this.
Yes, fine. Thank you.
Okay, I think Kirsten has a second question. Let me give you the access. Yeah, you're back, Kirsten, unless you still have your.
I don't have don't have a question.
Okay, it's because you raised your hand once.
Maybe it was.
Okay. I think we're on time, so if there's no more question, thanks again for your participation. We are going to trim a little bit the video, try to upload somewhere online and share with you so you can replay, share with your teams if some people have missed it. And same thing for the presentation, we'll share with you. And tomorrow you'll get the distribution note. So thanks again for your participation. Have a good day.